Hello, my dear students. In the previous video, we have studied about the various kinds of reaction and processes that is considered as an oxidation reaction and the reduction reaction. Now we want to study completely another type of reaction other than the oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. We have seen and we have studied the examples too. Now today we want to study about the Radox reactions. So let us see the definition of the Radox reaction. When both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously in the same chemical reaction, such reaction is called Radox reaction. So Radox reaction, from its word itself you can understand that Red is taken from reduction, OX is taken from oxidation, and by joining these two words, reduction and oxidation, we have got the new word which is known as the Radox reaction, and we can define it very easily by the uh, definition that when both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously in the same reaction, such reaction is known as the Radox reaction. Let us understand Radox reaction with one example. When hydrogen gas is passed over red hot copper 2 oxide, that is CuO, the black coating on the surface turns brown because from copper to oxide copper is obtained. You can see we have the red hot copper 2 oxide. We have heated it a lot and then we pass the hydrogen gas over it. We keep on heating, so this oxygen combines this with this hydrogen, and copper leaves this oxygen, and you can see copper metal is produced and water is produced. Water is formed in the form of vapor because we have heated it a lot, and this is the red hot cupric oxide. So this is how we can say that copper loses the oxygen and oxygen gains the hydrogen. In the above reaction, if we see, we have a rule number one. If a substance loses oxygen during a reaction, it is said to be reduced. So in the above reaction, copper 2 oxide loses oxygen during the reaction. See, when this reaction takes place, copper 2 oxide loses oxygen. As it loses oxygen, we can say that copper 2 oxide is reduced. So we can say copper 2 oxide is reduced. Yeah, that's what I have written. So copper 2 oxide is reduced. Now the next rule. If substance gain oxygen during a reaction, it is said to be oxidized. So you can see here in this reaction that hydrogen gains oxygen and produces H2O. So hydrogen is oxidized. So we can say that hydrogen is oxidized. In the above reaction, hydrogen gains oxygen, so hydrogen is being oxidized. It's not electron, but it should be oxygen. So here hydrogen gains oxygen, and that is why we can say that hydrogen is being oxidized. You can see here copper loses its oxygen, so CuO, cupric oxide, loses its oxygen, so we can say that cupric oxide is reduced, or reduction of cupric oxide to copper. Hydrogen gets the oxygen, so hydrogen undergoes the process of oxidation and it produces H2O, that is what it is known as water. In the above reaction, one reactant gets oxidized and one reactant gets reduced. So during the reaction, one substance is oxidized and another substance is reduced. That means oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously at the same time. So such reactions are called the Radox reaction. We'll study more into the next video. I hope, my dear students, you are enjoying. Happy learning.